And howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing? This is Uncle Snaff, and today a little bit something different. I normally you'll catch me out in the bush, but right now I'm actually in the workshop. So in the workshop, I've been doing some really cool stuff, but I got something I got to show you, and it's actually kind of pertinent to hiking. So what we're going to get into today is we're going to get into the ESEE Expat Libertariat Machete knife. It's a black finish, what we call black natural finish, and it's a 9-inch long blade, about 14 inches long total. This is a really awesome bush knife. It's just really, really cool. So let's get into the knife real quick here. All right, so this is a little bit different than your standard machete. All right, this is a straight blade. This can be used in a couple different ways. You can actually put something through the hull. You can use it as a draw knife. You can use it as a standard machete like you would any other machete. It's small, it's fairly lightweight, and it's great for getting into small spaces. And actually where I'm hiking around is relatively smaller spaces. So this is really good for stuff like marking trails, that kind of thing. The steel on this, oh, good Lord, I have to remember what the steel was. I don't remember right off the top of my head. Let me see. Oh, it's ESEE 1075. That's what it was. So the steel is ESEE 1075. It's actually got a really nice edge. Now, here's something that a lot of people don't understand. With a machete, you don't need a super fine edge. Actually, a little bit of a rougher edge is better because you can actually get through a little bit more coarser material, branches, sticks, that kind of thing. So to have a super sharp edge doesn't always work to your advantage because you can dull your edge a little bit quicker. In this particular case, you want either a flat grind and or a convex grind, and really that's what's going to work best for you when you're dealing with going into the bush kind of thing. Now, people would say, well, this knife isn't any good for hunting. You're right, it's not. It's not a hunting knife. It's not a knife designed for carving or anything like that. This is a machete. This is basically a mini machete, and that's really what it's designed for. It's designed to get into smaller, tighter areas where you're not having to clear so much heavy, thick brush like you would if you need a serious machete kind of thing. This is just small, lightweight, and nice. Now, comes with this sheath right here, but if anybody who knows me knows that El Cheapo sheaths just don't cut it with me, and I'm not a big fan of them. So, of course, I had to make my own sheath. Now, of course, I used Kydex on the interior. It makes it nice, good retention, quiet, doesn't jiggle around. We've got snap retention on it, and of course I just had to go with good looks. The other thing that I went and did, and you can do the same, but when you have a knife like this, make it pass through, don't close off your end. This way, if you should get wet, fall into water, or have to cross them, it self-drains. You don't have to worry about mud material and all that kind of stuff getting inside your sheath and kind of clogging up your sheath, but also causing your knife to prematurely rust. And that's kind of one of the things. You want to try and avoid rust. This will rust, so you got to take care of the knife. You're going to have to oil it from time to time. Honestly speaking, WD-40. I couldn't think of it for a second there. WD-40 does great. Just give it a little squirt down, boom, before you head on out, and your knife will last a long time. Good stuff. I actually made my own sheath. This way I can take the knife and sheath off of my belt. Gave me a little lanyard hole. I can actually put a lanyard on it if I want to do a leg lanyard, anything like that. And again, good, simple, smooth draw. But the thing I'm getting into is make your own sheath. Learn how to do this stuff. This really isn't that difficult to do. I use copper rivets. I do a lot of my own stitch work, and I do know how to stitch work, so I learned that as a boatswain in the Coast Guard. But really, this is something that anybody can do. This is not difficult work. And like I said, a good knife when you're out in the bush, especially here in Florida, is worth its weight in gold. It really is. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I've had to use my knife just for all kinds of stupid things. But you end up getting out there and you got to have a good knife. So there you go. That's Uncle Snaff's thing on a good knife. And again, when you're looking at a knife, look at what you're going to need the knife for. Now, in this particular case, I was in need of a machete more than a hunting knife, so I didn't need the drop point and all that kind of stuff. I just went for a simple, very plain Jane machete type of knife. You might want to go with a hunting knife. Do your shopping around, take a look. And the other thing is, too, price is everything. Now, this knife here, let's see if I remember right, I got it for $59 on Amazon. They're selling right now for $69 on Amazon. It's got a lifetime guarantee to it, so if anything happens to this knife, ESEE will replace the knife without question. That's a lifetime guarantee. So that's one of the reasons why I did buy this particular knife. But there's all types of knives out there. Go out, do your homework, find what it is that you need, and like I said, a good knife is worth its weight in gold. All right, I'm Uncle Snaff. I'm getting out of here. You guys have a good time out on the trail. Remember, leave only footprints, take only pictures, and get out and enjoy Florida. But also, let's see what we can do to save what's left of Florida. All right, y'all have a good one. See ya.